It's August 1st. It's Draconathon. Happy Draconathon to those who celebrate. By the time you're seeing this, it's not the first anymore, but just know I wished you a happy Draconathon in spirit. So today is Saturday, August 1st. I need to get my shit together in terms of figuring out what I'm going to read first. I also need to like figure out sectioning for my buddy read with Jade. We're buddy reading To Ride a Rising Storm, which is the sequel to Shape of Dragon's Breath. I also fed my starter last night in preparation to make some loaves today, so I need to do that as well. It rose and fell like a lot. It really rose high and then she fell really low because I had a slow start to my morning. But we're just gonna make do. Hopefully I have enough to make 2 loaves because I want to make a plain one and like a really chocolatey one. So that's gonna be good. But I think the first thing on my agenda is going to be figuring out the buddy sections for like the chapters with Jade and then sending those over to her. And then I need to message Kat and see about our buddy read of The Night Ends with Fire. I will link both Jade and Kat down below, by the way, because they are also YouTubers and I love their channels. They're both great. So I need to look at this, and it's really heavy, even though it's not that thick. So I'm wondering if the pages are thin and it's just misleading me about how long it is. Oh yeah, definitely. It's 416 pages. So I need to also kind of message her, and maybe I can do like in the Discord the threads with like I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. But I'm reading this, To Ride a Rising Storm, and then Daughter of the Moon Goddess, and then I'm going to be reading the sequel to the Solstice Court, which is The Solstice Heir, which also comes out today. Happy release day to Jade, who I was just talking about my buddy read with. So again, she's linked below. But I also want to make a post for Jade's release day. And then I need to start reading. It's gonna be a long week for me. My son's birthday is next Saturday, so a week from today. And on Tuesday, I have to go to the doctor and get a pap smear. And I'm really anxious about that because I hate the doctor in general. So this week of August will be stressful just because I want to make sure everything's good for my kid's birthday, etc., etc. And I have to go to the doctor. But hopefully next week will be better. My son also starts school on Monday. He's going to be in 2nd grade, but he's all set for that. So that's like one stressor off my plate at least, which is nice. But since he's going back to school, I'll be able to do a lot of reading. Hopefully, I've been struggling with doom scrolling lately, as you would know if you're not new here. If you are new here, hi. I tend to doom scroll a lot when I should be reading, and it's a problem. I'm working on it. But I'm going to go get started doing what I need to do, so I will update you later. I did not read the instructions all the way, but there's coffee in that chocolate loaf. It's 1:30. I just finished prepping my loaves of bread. I made a plain loaf because obviously gotta have some plain bread. But I also made a chocolate loaf, but it's like chocolate and it has espresso in it and some brown sugar and cinnamon. And then the inclusions, I'm gonna do chopped Ferrero Rochers, and I have dark chocolate chips and milk chocolate chips, and it smells so good already. I can't wait for it to be baked, but I'm not gonna be able to bake it till tomorrow. But that's fine because I'll do it first thing in the morning, and then the house probably smells so good after that. But I also decided to start reading The Solstice Heir first because I'm just trying to figure out what kind of sectioning I want to do with the people I'm buddy reading with for The Night Ends with Fire and To Ride a Rising Storm. And also The Solstice Heir is my longest book. Ow, I hit myself in the face. Is my longest book for the month. So I figured I would start the longest one first while I was waiting on the other two. And then I also realized while I was like trying to figure out how many pages I need to read a day to like actually finish my TBR on time, that I need to read like 67 pages a day. And every single book I picked for this readathon is over 430 pages. So that's a lot of reading. I need to read like just over 2,000 pages this month, I believe. But Riley goes back to school on Monday. So I'll have the days more quiet. I'll have quiet time again during the weekdays, which is great. And I just need to stay off my phone. Stop doom scrolling and get into a loop of reels. So, I just finished my bread. I'm gonna go read some more, and I'll update you when I have another update for you. Ooh. Okay, hi. I'm here to give you a quick update. I started the solstice air yesterday, and I got 5% in. I think I read 3 chapters. And then I also just randomly decided to pick up The Night Ends with Fire. I took the cover off so I could read it without ruining the dust jacket. But also, how pretty is this? Never trust a dragon. I love it. But I am 4 chapters into this one, which is about 32 pages. So, I didn't read a crap ton yesterday, but I pretty much read on par with like what I needed to read for my daily goal. It is quite late in the day today. Yeah, it's about to be 4 p.m. on the 2nd. And I spent the morning baking my 2 loaves of bread that I had prepped yesterday. Unfortunately, one of them was real bad. I'll put a picture. I only took one picture because I was very disappointed in it. But the one that I was really excited for, I tried to make a chocolate espresso loaf and it came out so flat. I don't really know what happened there. I don't know if like maybe my starter just didn't agree with the coffee. I don't know. But I'm really bummed because it smelled so good and I just know it would have tasted amazing, but it was definitely not edible. So that sucks. I think what I'm gonna do right now is maybe after I finish this clip, I'm gonna go read a little bit more of The Night Ends with Fire. I think I could probably squeeze in another chapter or two before I need to like kind of cook at like 4:30. Yeah. If I read 2 more chapters, it'll get me to page 48. So that's 16 pages. So I think I can go squeeze in 2 more chapters before I need to cook. And then tonight, I think I'm supposed to play a scary game with my husband and our 2 friends, and then my husband's 2 coworkers from work. So I probably won't be doing much reading tonight. But my son's first day of school is tomorrow, and then obviously, like my husband has work um, tomorrow. So Riley will start 2nd grade tomorrow, and my husband will go to work, and I'll have the whole day like silence to myself, which will be great. To get some really good reading in. I'm also trying to plan some reading sprints. By the time you see this vlog, I should have at least a couple of sprints like planned on my channel for the middle of the month. So check that out if you want to join. But actually, so far, I'm really enjoying The Night Ends with Fire. And this is a Mulan inspired story. It is very much it doesn't have the same vibes as Mulan, but like you can see like the bones, the bones are there, the essence of Mulan is there. But the writing is really great. I did just DNF a completely different Mulan inspired story like a week ago that I read for a previous video, and that one fell very that one was just not for me. But I'm really liking this one so far. I think our love interest has been introduced, and it was a very cute but subtle like introduction and meeting to this love interest, and like I was already kind of like, ooh, like, I'm the way that it ended too, like there's nothing really there yet, but like, I can kind of tell that's going to be our love interest. And so far the main character Mei Lin has not gone off to war yet, but I'm assuming she will because like I said, it's Mulan inspired, but she talks about how she's really good at kung fu. She has a really good control of her chi, and she has this ability called, I think it's qigong or qigong, where like it's basically like when her chi and kung fu kind of like combine. And she was trained in that by one of their like servants who she calls uncle, because he's like been with them for so long and he's kind of part of the family, and her dad sucks. And so Zhao, I believe it's pronounced Uncle Zhao, he kind of like is a father figure almost to them, but not really, like, but a little bit. But also in here, the main character Malin has a stepmother, and she's not that much older than Malin. And so I got really worried when it first like mentioned the age difference, because they're so close in age compared to the father, obviously. I was like, oh my God, don't tell me the stepmother's gonna be a bitch. Like, we don't need the unnecessary girl hate, but their relationship is actually so beautiful. It's so refreshing to see, like, this woman got married to this man, uh like sold off to him essentially after his first wife died. And instead of coming in and being like rude to her stepchildren, she just like loves them with all her heart. And she's like really close with Malin, and the two younger siblings, I believe, are pronounced Round and Plum. And they're just, it's so cute and wholesome. And I feel like what's happening in here is good. Like, I'm really enjoying it. I like the writing. It's descriptive. We're getting like teeny tiny bits of like info dump, but it'll be like one or two sentences, and then it moves on and like continues with the scene, so it doesn't feel overwhelming, which I hate. I fucking hate when info dump is like 2 pages long and you're literally like, I don't even remember what the plot was at this point because you're telling me so much crap that I don't care about. But this is not doing that, and I'm really excited to keep reading it. It is quite long, so that's why I wanted to start it. I told you in my last clip, I believe, that all of the books I chose were extremely long. The Solstice Heir being the longest one, but I have already read this one, and I know that it'll be super quick for me to get through. So I think I'm gonna go read a little bit more of this on the couch right now before I have to cook, and then I will probably focus on the Solstice Heir tomorrow after my son goes to his first day of second grade. I'm so excited. I didn't really get any clips today because, like I said, I was disappointed in my bread. I was going to show it to you, but I was so excited about it, and it really just kind of dampened my spirits, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, I'm going to go, and I'll see you soon. I don't know. Hello, it's Monday. My son started his first day of second grade this morning, and we all walked into the bus as a family, and it was so cute, and he was so excited. I hope he had a good day. It's 2 p.m. I haven't done anything today in regards to reading or vlogging, but that's because this morning I really needed to focus on getting a video edited to go up tomorrow. I probably should have also filmed something today, but I'm just going to do it tomorrow, I think, and call it a day. I have a doctor's appointment Wednesday morning as well that I'm really not excited for. So I've been a bit anxious about that. But my video is edited. I just need to put it, like, actually physically schedule it and make a thumbnail. And do the CCs, but that part is much easier. I usually do the CCs in the morning anyway before it goes live. So I'm not worried about it at the moment. I did read like 3 more chapters of The Night Ends with Fire yesterday, and so I'm on page 48 in this book, and I am still, I think, 8% in, 5% into the Solstice Heir. I put Waffle in his pen for a little while. He went for the walk with us this morning, and then I threw his frisbee for him quite a bit this morning, and then he's just been kind of like barking at birds outside for like the whole day. So I gave him a, like, what do you call it? We just call it his bone, but it's not a bone. It's a bully stick. There we go. I gave him a bully stick, and put him in the pen, and I was like, you can just like chew or nap because I need to focus and get some reading done. And I was getting really distracted out there. I have my phone, but it's plugged in. And I set a timer. I set an alarm actually for 3:15 p.m. It is 2:05 p.m. So I'm going to try to read, like just straight up read in my reading chair that you can see back there for like the next hour. Probably going to work on the Solstice Heir. But I'm struggling today. I'm just like really tired, and low key, like the anxiety about my appointment on Wednesday is really getting to me. Like, I've just been like wanting to doom scroll, but doom scrolling is not helping either because my algorithm has decided that I just want to see news, and I don't want to see news. The world is on fire. Men are atrocious. Our political leaders are atrocious. There's just so much hate and bad things happening in the world right now. Like, I literally am so overwhelmed with it all. Like, I don't understand why we can't just all get along and do things that don't kill the planet. Literally, is that hard? Because I don't think so. We're all adults. Fucking hell. So I'm very stressed about that. So I think I'm gonna just try to just like so I think I'm gonna just try for the next hour to literally, I'm gonna sit over there, leave my phone on the table, like tuck it in so I can't see it. Hopefully nobody calls me so I don't have to get up and get it. And I'm just gonna like read for like an hour. It's kind of hot in here. I just popped the air on a little bit more because I kind of want to like get cozy in my blanket, but I am very tired. So if I get cozy in the blanket, like that could be a bad idea. I could theoretically fall asleep in that chair, which I don't want to do. But here we are. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna read some more of the Solstice on my trusty Kobo. And I should be having to get Riley off the bus at 3:50, so I'll have to leave the house like 3:35 just in case she's a little early. I like to get out there a little early. But I think, knock on wood, my husband will be home on time to pick him up at the bus stop, which would be ideal. So, but I will have to like stop reading and get dressed when my alarm goes off if he hasn't left work yet to come home. So yeah, I'm gonna stop diddle dallying and get my ass in gear and start reading. I should have been reading much sooner than 2 p.m. on this Monday morning, but it took me quite a bit to do my video again because I'm tired and I kept getting distracted. That is the story of my life, isn't it? I need my life story to, we need to flip to a new chapter now. No more doom scrolling. Hello, it's Tuesday. What day is it? I don't even know. It's the 4th. I woke up this morning and I had a nosebleed, a very bad nosebleed, like first thing in the morning before I even ate breakfast. And it's just had me feeling very sleepy all day afterwards. I've had breakfast and coffee and water and everything, blah 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 blah. But my nose gets really dry and our air conditioning was blasting last night. And so when I woke up, my nose was really dry and I tried to blow it. And there was like I'm going to give you some TMI. There was like a crusty, like, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but when your nose is dry and your boogers kind of form like a flat sheet because they're not like moist anymore. You know, like boogers are supposed to be moist. And so I tried to get that out. And apparently when that came out, it like, I don't know, it bled. So my nose was bleeding all over the place this morning. And I've just been hanging out with my weenie. Look at him. Look, he's so cute. But I've just been hanging out with my weenie. I took him outside a couple times. We also had our pest control people came and did like the mosquito treatment today, which is great because the mosquitoes have been bad here. But I am just about to eat some lunch. It's like 12:15, and I'm gonna read some more of the Solstice Air. Yesterday I got to 13% of the way through. I feel like I read a lot yesterday of this. I think it was like 60 pages. So that's good. I'm definitely behind on like the daily page goal that I need to read in order to be like on track to finish my TBR. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm just gonna keep on trucking. I'm gonna go read this now while I eat my lunch, and then I have some ambiance and like rain sounds. I wonder if you can hear it. I have it on the TV, so it's like playing in the surround sound. So I'm gonna listen to that while I read and eat my lunch. And I think I have to get Riley off the bus stop today because I don't think my husband gets off work in time on Tuesdays. So that's the only thing else I'll have to do today, but that's not for like 3 hours. So I'm gonna go read and I'm gonna try really hard to focus for like the next at least like hour and a half, 2 hours to like, eat my lunch and then like focus on reading. So I will update you later. I have my doctor's appointment first thing in the morning tomorrow, and I have to get a pap smear. So uterus owners, if you know, you know. That shit sucks. And depending on how the appointment goes, I don't know if I'll update like at all tomorrow, which is unfortunate. But tomorrow's Wednesday. So Thursday I'm gonna wrap my son's presents because his birthday's on Saturday. So I'm gonna wrap them Thursday after he goes to school. I wonder if I could find an audiobook for The Night Ends with Fire. because I am like 60 pages into that physically, but if I could maybe listen to the audiobook while I wrap presents, that would be really helpful. So Wednesday, I'm kind of just like writing it off ahead of time in case the appointment goes badly. But hopefully, if it doesn't, then I can get some reading done afterwards. And in the meantime, I'm just doing my best. Friday, I have to pick up my son's cake at Walmart. I ordered him like a Spider-Man cake. It's kind of small, like it's just the three of us. But I wanted to at least get him something like cute and fancy because he loves Spider-Man so much. So I've also got decorations to hang up Friday night when he goes to sleep. We want to hang up like some streamers and like happy birthday signs and stuff. So Saturday morning when he wakes up, he'll like see it. And then we're gonna have like a whole family day Saturday. So I probably won't vlog much Saturday. This vlog, I think, because it started on a Saturday and the weeks are kind of weird. So I think I don't know when I'll end this vlog. I'm not sure. I don't know. We're just gonna go with the flow. I don't know when I'm gonna end this vlog. But yeah, I'm gonna go eat my lunch because my stomach is growling. Waffle's having a nap, so he's probably annoyed because I'm talking right now and he keeps wiggling over there because I woke him up when I started this clip. Whoops, sorry. Okay, so I was just reading The Solstice Air. In mid chapter, I remembered that I had rolled a dragon encounter where I have to reread the previous chapter. But because I rolled ahead, I kind of have the advantage of being able to choose which chapter I reread versus like if I were to be rolling randomly throughout the month, I probably would have like tried to make myself do it like in that moment. However, the chapter I just read was like 12 minutes long, and then the next chapter it says is going to be 27 minutes long. So I really don't want to reread that one, but I want to get this task out of the way. One, before I forget about it, and two, before I like get too far into all of my books and I'm left with very few options for chapters to reread. So I picked up my other book, which is The Night Ends with Fire, and I was on chapter 7, but I just read chapter 7. Okay. And chapter 8 is only like 2.5 pages long. So I'm going to read chapter 8 and then I'm going to reread chapter 8 to get this task out of the way, my dragon encounter, to get it out of the way because I want to like fully participate. I don't want to like flee from the encounter because I could just choose not to do it, but that's not fun. The dragons have spoken, and so there be my fate. By the way, I want to show you my bookmark is from the Tarot Readathon, which I participated in June, and that is hosted by Deja from Deja's Book World and Noelle from Noelle Sunday. So I will link both of them down below in the description. But I bought this Tarot Readathon bookmark. Actually, I got the entire set, which I'll put a picture of here. I bought the entire set, and these came from Deja's Etsy shop that she opened recently. So I'll link her Etsy shop down below as well because look at this iridescent foiling. I picked it because the iridescent foiling was giving like dragon scale vibes. So it's so beautiful. Like, look at it. All the rainbow colors. Oh, gorgeous. It's also just like a really nice, like buttery matte texture. Fantastic bookmark. So if you haven't already, check out their channels. And again, I will link that Etsy shop down below for you. But yeah, I'm going to read chapter 8 and then I'm going to reread chapter 8. But I'm glad that I remembered mid-chapter on the Solstice Court because Jade is famous for loving like a medium to long chapter. There are very few short chapters in the first book, and I feel the same way about this one so far. I did beta read it, but so much has changed since the beta read that I literally have no idea what's coming as far as chapter length. So I switched to this one real quick, hoping that one of the next couple chapters would be short. And I did get lucky that chapter 8 is literally only, yeah, it's 2.5 pages. So I'm going to read that now and get my dragon encounter done and dusted. It's like 8 o'clock and I'm having a decaf coffee. This is my Draconathon mug, by the way. I got this from Bashful Sketches Redbubble. It's got all the little like board game symbols on it. Super cute. Also, it smelled really good when it came in. Like laundry detergent, I did wash it. Don't get me twisted, but it smelled really good. I am going to read more of the Solstice Court now. I read so much of The Night Ends with Fire today. I want to say I read like 75 pages of that, and I could not put it down today, which is great because I'm so fucking stressed out about my appointment tomorrow. Like, it's not even funny. When I had to stop reading and go get my kid off the bus, I literally was like holding back tears the whole time. And then during dinner and stuff, I was just like, like shaking my leg. Like, I could just feel the anxious energy like pulsing through my body. So I'm trying to relax right now. Riley's in bed. My husband's upstairs. He has to work. He's playing a match for CS. So I put on an ambient room thing, and it's giving very palacey vibes, which fits obviously with the solstice air. So I'm just gonna try to buckle down and read for like an hour or two. Actually, when I'm finished this clip, I need to go take an anxiety medication because I don't think I'll be able to sleep tonight with how anxious I am about tomorrow. I went to this same doctor that I'm going to tomorrow like 2 weeks ago, and I had to get blood drawn, and I showed up for my appointment 10 minutes early, and by the time they called me back to go see the doctor, I had been sitting there for over an hour and 45 minutes. I was hungry, I was thirsty, I was dehydrated, and I had to get blood taken that I didn't know that I was getting taken because it was like my first ever appointment with them, and they didn't tell me I was having a blood draw. So I passed out in the chair getting my blood taken. And now I'm like traumatized, and I don't want to go back there because that's embarrassing. Like, that's embarrassing. I'm a grown woman. Why did I pass out? They had to like get me ice out of the freezer. And one of the like very kind like assistants there, I think she was a nurse. I don't know. One of the nurses there, got me like, she brought like a Minute Maid lemonade carton from home, and it had the in like their work office like refrigerator, and she was like, oh my god, let me pour you some lemonade to like get your like blood sugar back up because you just passed out. So hate that for me. So I'm gonna finish drinking my decaf coffee and read more of the Solstice Air. I want to say 15% of the way in. I read one chapter earlier today before I remembered that I had to reread a chapter, so I switched to The Night Ends with Fire because those chapters are shorter. And then I got sucked in because it was like a very action packed like 2 chapters that I read, and the one that I had to read twice was a little traumatic. So even though it was short, I really should have picked a different chapter, but I read it twice anyways. So that's checked off my Draconathon to-do list for the month. I have some community tasks, but I'm buddy reading 2 books, so that's easily checked off. I will have to possibly tomorrow afternoon, if I'm like feeling okay after my doctor's appointment, I need to check my, like, I wrote down everything I rolled and stuff. I'll have to check that to see what other non-bookish tasks I have on the agenda for the month. But yeah, I'm just gonna read tonight. I also look like I'm looking rough, and I think I'm in my, what's that phase? What's that phase of the cycle? The luteal phase? Am I in my luteal phase right now? I don't know. I was supposed to film a video today. I didn't. I could film it tomorrow. I don't want to. So I'm not going to have a video this Friday, but I did put a video up today. So it is what it is. I'm not going to stress about it. Saturday is Riley's birthday. Next week is my birthday. So if I skip a fucking upload, it really doesn't matter, does it? Maybe I'll upload an extra short in the meantime. I don't know. We'll see. Stop chewing your tootsies. Chew this instead. Good boy. Good boy. So I'm just going to cuddle my weenie on the couch and read my book. I have been watching a lot of Phasmophobia on Twitch lately. I also have been playing it a lot, but I didn't play last night, and I'm not going to play today. And usually when my group like isn't playing Phasmo, which is just me, my husband, and our 2 friends, usually when we're not playing, I do kind of like just watch streams instead. So I'm gonna see if this streamer I like is streaming tonight, and put her on like on my laptop and like have it in the background and like chat between chapters, because I did this last night. I'm really trying to like wean myself off of doom scrolling, and I did doom scroll quite a bit this afternoon before I doom scrolled a little bit in the morning before I was reading, and then after I like had to stop reading to go to the bus, I was scrolling at the bus, got Riley, came home, and then he came in, chatted with me, and his friend has been asking to play Minecraft with him all day, and she is the daughter of mine and my husband's friend. And she's not in school yet because she's in a different state. But so I let him go play Minecraft with her. And then I didn't school until my husband got home. And then my husband came home and I cried on the couch about being anxious. And then we had like a leftover / fend for yourself night for dinner. I made a salad. I made an apple walnut salad. Divine. So good. I'm really not like a salad person, but an apple walnut salad, I would fuck it up. Fuck it up. And I have leftover chicken. So I'm going to make another one tomorrow, I think, for lunch. Maybe I'll show you. Again, it's all contingent on how my morning goes. I'm trying really hard not to let myself chicken out. I'm so tempted to call them in the morning and be like, hey, I can't make it. Can you reschedule me for next week? Because next week my husband will be home all week. He has time off work. So he could come with me. And I'm really just trying not to chicken out, because if I can just get it over with, it'll be over. And then I won't have to keep stressing about it. I'm just stressed that I have to go alone. I'm also driving to a place that I'm like, I don't drive there frequently. And I do have to go on the highway. And the highway here is like really chaotic. And people in Memphis do not fucking drive safely at all. They're very selfish drivers. And I don't want to die. So it's just a little stressful all around. I'm like, I am tempted to like Uber there. Like, cause I could Uber there and then I don't have to drive at all. That would be so fucking great. And then I'll just bring like my Kobo so I can Uber after. I can just read my Kobo while I wait for the Uber to show up when I'm done. That's an idea. That's a thought I'm having. I'll consider it. I'll run it by my husband and see how he feels about it. And because I don't want to drive on the highway in Memphis. And if I get in a car accident on the highway in Memphis, I'd rather it be an Uber's car and not my car. Because then I don't have to deal with the stress of having a totaled car. Anyways, I'm rambling. This clip is way too long. I'm going to go and read my book. Waffle, do you want to say hi? Say hi. You can't have my coffee. Hello, it's Thursday. I didn't vlog at all yesterday. The doctors went okay. I got some good news. I got some not great news. I got some medicines that I can try and be taking. So, it was successful in the way that the doctor is helping me with stuff and taking things seriously, which is good. I'm not complaining, but it was just a lot. There was a lot I had to digest yesterday, knowledge-wise. So I didn't really read much. I read half a chapter of the Solstice Court in the afternoon. That was really all I could manage because I just was like mentally drained from the literally wild morning that I had at the doctor's office. I was there for like an hour and a half maybe overall, from like the time I got there till the time I left. I also Ubered there because I was literally having a panic attack about going, because pap smears are just uncomfortable for a woman, if you know if you know what I mean. And luckily I had a female doctor and she was great. So that helped. But there was just a lot of stuff that I had to do yesterday and absorb yesterday. So I was literally just like mentally just fucking spent. Like, I didn't read. I read a little bit, but not much. I didn't really feel like filming. I also just there's literally a fly on the camera. Like, it's on the camera. Can I help you? It's just sitting on top of the lens. Get the fuck out of here. Get away! Did you just see it fly by me? I don't know if you did or not. But anyways, I had just needed a mental day yesterday to just not think about vlogging. I didn't really want to read, so I didn't force myself. But today, I'm going to hang around the house. Riley's at school. Kyle's at work. I'm washing my son's laundry. I need to switch the laundry soon, and then wash my towels. I need to order some groceries. I need to probably vacuum the living room also, to be honest. It's quite dirty on the floor here. I'm also just, other than those, like, couple of things, I'm going to take it easy today. Oh, I need to empty the dishwasher. That's what I need to do. So I do have, like, a small to-do list, but it's all very... This fucking fly! Get off my shit. I'm going to add kill the fly on my to-do list. Because it's annoying me. But I just have a few small things to do. Nothing crazy, which is good. So, so I'm going to hang out with Waffy Woo while I order my groceries. Hey, baby. You a good boy. Get your bone. He's been He's sitting next to me chewing his bone. So I'm going to order my groceries right now. And then I'll probably get up and empty the dishwasher. So the kitchen is like tidy for when I get said groceries later. And then I'm gonna read. I'm not really in the mood right this moment to like do a lot of my chores. Other than, I mean, I guess I have to do laundry when it be, but that's like an hour from now. So yesterday was a lot. Okay, if you have medical stuff going on, I just want you to know shit is a lot to digest sometimes. Like it's scary because it's like, it's not like something where it's like you go get a bad haircut. Like, yeah, that sucks. And I've been there and I've cried about that. But like your hair will grow back, so it's not like that where it's like, it's like temporary. It's something that like this could be permanent if I don't get my shit together. So yeah, medical shit sucks. I have nothing but sympathy and respect for people who live with chronic illnesses because it's exhausting. It's exhausting. I do want to say I am still loving The Night Ends with Fire, and I am loving my reread of The Solstice Air. There are some things that are different from the beta read, so like it feels new, even though I kind of like know what's happening, obviously. But it's been nice, especially since the first few days of this month have been stressful. It's been nice to read a book where like I already know the stakes. It's been helping with like the anxiety. So like when I'm having a lot of anxiety, I'll pick up The Solstice Air. And when I'm like more calm and able to read something that I'm not sure where the plot is going, I'll pick up The Night Ends with Fire. So it's been good. I think it was a good choice to start with these two. I'm diddle-dallying because I don't want to order groceries. I don't know what to make. Actually, that's a lie. I'm going to order stuff to make this spinach ravioli lemon sauce like thing I make. It's got Roma tomatoes and bell pepper in it, and the sauce, and it's like lemony, it's citrusy, it's so good. Plus with the spinach and cheese, delish. It's like my favorite thing to make. So I'm gonna make that, and I think I'm gonna make bulgogi, some Korean beef bulgogi. I have a recipe for that we use frequently, but I haven't used it in quite a while, so I think I'm gonna do that. And then I think I'm gonna get bratwursts because I really want like a nice it makes me want a hot dog real bad. You know what I'm saying? I've just been want like a nice juicy brat, you know what I'm saying? So that's a couple of meals I can do. I'm trying to think of something else. I have a salad in the fridge. Well, I don't have a salad, but I have stuff to make a salad in the fridge. I've been very iffy on lettuce and salad kits because of the Taylor Farms situation, but I got the Simple Truth brand spinach because Simple Truth doesn't get their food from Taylor Farms. I think that's what I saw in my research because I'm not trying to get cyclospora diarrhea. Okay. Also eggs. Eggs. There's been a recall on most eggs, but I think Eggland's best eggs were fine as far as I know. So I got those. There's a lot of food right now in the United States that's feeling sketch, which sucks. There was some bread got recalled or something from cinnamon rolls. I think fridge cinnamon rolls got recalled because there was glass in them or something like that. Like, what the fuck is happening? RFK, you need to get your shit out of the fucking food industry because you're literally uneducated. Like, why are you defunding the fucking FDA and the regulations that we put on foods and stuff? You fucking anyway. That's another tangent for another day. But yeah, so grocery shopping right now stresses me out because I want to like plan meals that's like healthy and well. Oh, I think tortillas got recalled as well. Mission tortillas, which I think we use, but I don't think we have ones from the recall because the ones we have right now they were in the closet sealed for like 3 weeks before the recall, so I think we're fine. I think it was before that batch. It's been rough. Grocery shopping is rough because I just don't want to buy anything that's going to make my family sick, because that would be like, I would feel guilty about that, even though obviously it's not my fault that the things are being recalled. But like, if I'm the one in charge of the shopping and I make a mistake and then Kyle or Riley were to get sick from it, like that would make me feel really awful. Oh, I lied. I also do need to wrap gifts today, and I was able to snag The Night Ends with Fire audiobook from my library on Libby. So I'm going to try that. I don't know if I'm going to love the audiobook because, again, I don't always love fantasy on audio, but because I'm like 100 pages in and I kind of get the vibes, like maybe it'll be fine. Also, it is like a familiar-ish plot because it's Mulan inspired. So I think I should be able to keep up on audio. I also need to take a minute and clean the fucking table. Like, just look at all the shit here. I mean, obviously, there's my books, my coffee, and my water. So, like, that's going to stay, but I need to put my lotion away. And then there's Riley's Switch, Kyle's tablet, and then just like accessories that just don't need to be there. You know, I'm just the only one who ever cleans off the coffee table. Everyone else just uses it as a place to dump their junk. Meanwhile, I'm like, let's not. uh, Actually, so I think what I'm going to do is the first thing I'm going to do is make a to-do list so I don't forget any of the stuff I just told you. And then I'll order my groceries. And then by the time that's done, I'll probably have to switch laundry. So I'm probably not going to empty the dishwasher right away. I'm the only one home. So I'll just keep throwing shit in the sink till the dishwasher's empty. But I'm going to have to pick Riley up at the bus stop today. And it's going to be fucking hot. So I'm probably going to drive to the bus stop today. So maybe I'll read in the car while I wait for him because I'm not standing there in the sun. It's not happening. Not today. Not after yesterday. And then Kyle will be able to get Riley tomorrow because he'll be home early tomorrow. So if I can just survive getting him at the bus stop today, I won't have to go outside at all, which makes me happy. I love being indoors because we pay for this house. We pay for all the stuff in here. And I like using it. Okay, sue me.
Don't think that was such a fantastic way of nurturing that back?
Hello, it's Sunday. Yesterday was my son's birthday. We had a really great day. We did the children's museum, and then we came home for a little bit after that, and he kind of played with some of his new toys, and then he played Minecraft with his friends who were all like really excited to talk to him on his birthday. And then we went out to dinner and we went to Hibachi and they did like the fire and stuff in front of us and it was so fun. And they sang to him and gave him a free ice cream. So he was really excited about that as well. Sorry, I kicked you. It was such good food yesterday. Like the place we went to, the prices were a little bit exorbitant, which we were not prepared for. But Riley was really excited about it on the way there. So we were kind of just like, this was our fault. We did not like look at the online menu well enough to realize it was a little bit pricey. So since it was his birthday, we were kind of just like, we're not gonna like take it back where he was already excited to go there. So we just dealt with it. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie. The prices were a little wild, but it was the best food I've ever had. Don't you just fucking hate that when shit is really priced outrageously and then you're like, I understand now why it's priced that way. So it has been literally 3 days since I've read anything. I didn't read Friday just because what did we do? Me and my husband had some errands to run, like last minute errands to run for Riley's birthday and stuff. And then I spent the whole morning wrapping his presents because I did not do it Thursday like I intended to. However, I also haven't read anything yet today either because I am just tired. Yesterday, I got kind of sick in the morning and I don't know if it was from this new coffee that I tried. It was like a protein coffee, the Javi protein coffee. I think I made it wrong because I made it with milk and I think I put too much milk and too much powder. So I think it just kind of didn't settle right in my stomach. I do want to try it again it says on the back of the bag to mix it with water, and then you can add like a little creamer or something in afterwards. So I'm gonna try that, but I'm a little hesitant. If I drink it again and get sick again, I am honestly going to get a refund, to be honest, because there's like a satisfaction guarantee sticker on the bag. But I wanted to love it so bad because I've seen so many people and even a couple of people on BookTube like just say that they love it and it's great. So I feel like I did something wrong. So I that's why I want to try again. So I was really, really exhausted last night and this morning. So I did sleep in a little bit this morning. It is like 2:30 right now. My husband and my son are shopping. Apparently they have to shop for my birthday on Thursday. And I'm just getting myself reoriented. So I am 20% into the Solstice Air, which is chapter, okay, I don't know the chapter number, but it's called Coming Storms. I would guess it's like chapter 17, maybe. I am also on page 104 in The Night Ends with Fire, which, by the way, I'm loving so much. I'm loving it so much, and it's really giving Mulan vibes. So on Friday, we watched Mulan after dinner, the three of us on the couch, and it was so fun. And Mulan is like literally one of my favorite Disney movies. My favorite is Beauty and the Beast, and I think Mulan is like right after. So it's number one, Beauty and the Beast, number two, Mulan. So I think I'm gonna read a little bit more of this today. I also need to update my Notion because I don't think I'm up to date on my pages in there. But I also am I'm way behind on my quota or like reading goal for the month, right? I had set out myself a certain page per day that I needed to read, and I want to say it was 67 or 68, somewhere around there, pages per day that I would need to read to finish my TBR on time. That has not happened yet. I'm behind. I'm struggling. So the first thing I'm going to do today is calculate how many pages per day I need to read for the rest of the month, not including today, because today is, half over. So I don't want to put too much stress on myself for reading the rest of today. If I read a little bit today, that's great. But I also am feeling like a little slumpy just because it was just my son's birthday, and then this is the week of my birthday. And then I had a lot of stuff going on with the doctors last week, and then I have to go get an EKG on Tuesday. Riley has a doctor's appointment tomorrow. So like there's just a lot of like working parts right now in my life. Everything's just moving all at once. The machine is being oiled all in the same, like every part of the machine is oiling this month. We're not spacing it out, so it's just a little stressful. But I'm going to try really hard to push through because I am loving both of the books I'm reading, and I want to read, like mentally I want to read, but it's just like I'm just a little overwhelmed with a lot of things. I'm a little bit overwhelmed with a lot of different things, so it's causing a greater amount of that overwhelm because it's like, the recipe, there's so many things in the recipe, but then the recipe is huge, the serving size is enormous. So I'm trying to just go with the flow, and do what I got to do. So right now I'm just going to read a bit on the couch after I update my Notion and recalculate my pages. Waffle is once again loafing on top of the cushion. I also I was just looking online. I'm contemplating ordering a Deer Run treadmill. They're having like a summer sale, and there's a purple one that I like. It's pretty, but it's also like relatively cheap for a treadmill. It's $250, and we have a patio, like a covered patio with a screened-in porch and everything. And I think it would like go perfectly out there. There's plenty of space. There's fans on the ceiling on the patio. So like even though there's no air conditioning out there, I could just open the inside door and run the fans, and it does actually circulate the cool air quite well into there. So I'm contemplating that right now because I mean it's no secret that I'm not a skinny girl. I really should be moving my body more, but because of my health problems, obviously that's been hard for me. But I'm really optimistic with this new doctor that I've been going to. She's actually making like decisions to help me medically wise, like with prescriptions and stuff. So I really feel like I'm gonna have more energy and be able to move my body more because of her, which is great. and I want to just be prepared for that. And since it's on sale, I think I want to buy it. It is my birthday on Thursday, so do I just buy it for myself for my birthday? But it's also something that my whole family can use because Kyle needs to work out for the Navy, and he doesn't, but he should. Not that I think he should work out. Like his body, I don't care. I love him the way he is. I think his body is attractive to me, obviously, or I would not have married him. But they require him to work out and be a certain way, or like he'll get in trouble. And he doesn't work out, and he always waits till the last minute to try to lose like 5 pounds, like at the last minute, which is not healthy. So he should honestly stay on top of that more, so he's not doing something harmful to his body. And then I'm sure Riley would love to walk on it as well. I think I want to do it because, again, we can all use it. It can go on the patio. There's really good acoustics out there, so I can play my music on my little speaker and fucking have it. It kind of like fills the space because I don't know. There's something about the shape of the patio, maybe because it's long and skinny. There's like a lot of acoustic in there. And so whenever I play music on my phone, it always just sounds really full. So I'm sure if I brought out like a little Bluetooth speaker, it would sound even better. So I'm just picturing like strutting on the treadmill, just singing, just blasting 21 Pilots and Taylor Swift out there, I feel like that would be a vibe. I can also bird watch through the windows. There's a bird nest right outside of the door. On the roof, there's like a lattice. It's like I don't know what it's called. It's like a pergola, maybe, but the roof is like lattice. It's not solid. So they've built kind of their nest like in a hole up there. And so I can watch them. It's these two doves. They're beautiful. We also have cardinals in our yard. We have sparrows, and I think we have tits as well. I don't know what kind, but we have a lot of birds out there. There's crows. They don't come in my yard, but they do fly overhead a lot, and I see them quite often, which is nice. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I've just talked myself into it. I did text my husband, and I was like, I think I might buy a treadmill. I don't know if he replied yet because my phone's charging, but I feel like I might do it. Anyways, just because it'll be a good choice for all of us. But I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I think I'm gonna wrap the vlog up later tonight as well because tomorrow's Monday, and then that way I can edit this and get it up for you on Tuesday. I did not have a video go up this past Friday because the video I did before that I knew would get a lot of traction because it was Kobo related. But I do want to try to stay consistent through the month of August, especially since I'm vlogging for Draconathon, I have like a smidge left of my coffee. I just got a second bottle of water. I'm a little dehydrated, I think. I think my meds make me dehydrate much faster, which obviously isn't great, but I'm trying to drink water. So maybe I could get like an electrolyte mix. That might be helpful. I think that might be the move. I'm sorry I'm yapping. I haven't talked to you in like 2 days, so I just wanted to fill you in. Just filling you in on my life. But yeah, I'm going to go read, and I will possibly film some more clips today. I don't know when Kyle and Riley will be home, but maybe I can get some B-roll. Maybe I'll show you the cake later. We've already cut it and eaten it, but maybe I'll show you what's left. We decorated. I don't know if I showed that. Maybe I'll get some B-roll clips of the decorations because I think they're cute. Well, they're Spider-Man. Spoiler alert. But I still think they're cute. And Riley loved it, which is all that mattered. So I'm going to go, and I will chat to you soonish.